Good morning, everyone. So, two topics are covered. So, today is the third topic, that is thermal power plant. So, in this thermal power plant, we will go through introduction, working principle, general layout of thermal power plant, main equipments, waste generated and their control, advantages, disadvantages, etc. So, first part is introduction. A thermal power plant converts the heat energy of coal into electrical energy. Coal is burnt in boiler which converts water into steam. The expansion of steam in turbine produces the mechanical power which drives the alternator coupled to the turbine. Thermal power plants contribute maximum to the generation of power for any country. Thermal power plants constitute 75.43% of total installed captive and non-captive power generation in India. In thermal generating stations, coal, oil, natural gas, etc. are employed as primary sources of energy. Working principle: firstly, the water is taken into the boiler from water source. The boiler is heated with the help of coal. The increase in temperature helps in the transformation of water into steam. The steam generated in the boiler is sent through a steam turbine. The turbine has blades that rotate when high velocity steam flows across them. This rotation of turbine blades is used to generate electricity. A generator is connected to the steam turbine. When the turbine turns, electricity is generated and given as output by the generator, which is then supplied to the consumers through high voltage power lines. So this is a general layout of thermal power plant. So here ash handling system, pre-refrigerators, boilers, air preheaters, fuel economizer, alternator, turbine, three-phase supply, condenser, condensate water pump, circulating water pump, and cooling tower is present. Main equipments. The main equipments of thermal power plant are coal handling plant, pulverizing plant, boiler, turbine, condenser, cooling towers and ponds, feed water heater, economizer, air preheater. Coal handling plant. Coal is transported to power station by rail or road and stored in coal storage plant and then pulverized. The function of the coal handling plant is automatic feeding of coal to the boiler furnace. A thermal power plant burns enormous amount of coal. A 200 megawatt plant may require around 2000 tons of coal daily. Pulverizing plant. In modern thermal power plant, coal is pulverized, that is ground to dust-like size and carried to the furnace in a stream of hot air. Pulverizing is a means of exposing a large surface area to the action of oxygen and consequently helping combustion. Pulverizing process consists three stages classified as feeding, drying, grinding. Boiler. The function of the boiler is to generate steam at desired pressure and temperature by transferring heat produced by burning of fuel in a furnace to change water into steam. Turbine. In thermal power plants, generally three turbines are used to increase the efficiency: high pressure turbine, intermediate pressure turbine, low pressure turbine. Condenser. The surface condenser is a shell and tube heat exchanger where cooling water flows through the tubes and exhaust steam fed into the shell surrounds the tubes. As a result, steam condenses outside the tubes. Cooling towers and ponds. A condenser needs huge quantity of water to condense the steam. Most plants use cooled cooling system where warm water coming from the condenser is cooled and reused. Cooling tower is a steel or concrete hyperbolic structure with height of 150 meter. Feed water heater. Feed water heating improves overall plant efficiency. Thermostasis due to cold water entering the boiler drum are avoided. Quality of steam produced by the boiler is increased. Economizer. Flue gases coming out of the boiler carry lot of heat. An economizer extracts a part of this heat from flue gases and uses it for heating feed water, saving coal consumption and higher boiler efficiency. Air preheater. The function of the air preheaters is to preheat the air before entering to the furnace by utilizing some of the energy left in the flue gases before exhausting them to the atmosphere. After flue gases leave economizer, some further heat can be extracted from them and used to heat incoming heat. Cooling of the flue gases by 20 degree centigrade increases plant efficiency by 1%. Waste generation and their control. Ash handling plant, water handling plant. Ash handling plant. The ash from the boiler is collected in two forms. Bottom ash, that is slurry, it's a waste which is dumped into ash pond. Fly ash. Fly ash is separated from the flue gases in especially water handling plant. Water in a power plant is used for production of steam for rotating turbine. Cooling purpose. For cooling of various equipment, water is recycled and used for various purposes. Raw water. For cooling purposes, steam, condenser, raw water. About 4 cubic meter water is lost per day per megawatt. Advantages. The fuel used is quite cheap, less initial cost as compared to other generating stations. It can be installed at any place irrespective of the existence of coal. The coal can be transported to the site of plant by rail or roads. Disadvantages. It pollutes the atmosphere due to producing large amount of smoke and fumes. Higher maintenance cost and operational cost. Huge requirement of water. So these are the references. Thank you.